legs. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another NECA Toys action figure review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movies quarter scale Michelangelo figure. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it right now.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And big thanks to NECA Toys for making this review possible and sending this figure out to me to review for you guys. If you want to see the latest from them, be sure to check their Facebook page, link in the description below. And finally, we have the fourth turtle of these quarter scale Ninja Turtles figures from the original movie. I'm very excited. Anyway, we get some nice product shots of Mikey on the side, and then on the very back, you can see even more product shots. And then there's a read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. Then we get some more Mikey on the side right over there, and then on the very top it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then on the very bottom you get all the people responsible for creating the figure, which, I mean, really, these guys deserve an award. I mean, these figures have been amazing. Except for you, Chris! Stop trying to freeload, Chris! No, actually, the packaging is very, very nice, but it's not going to stop me from cracking this thing open. Hey, Mikey! And here's Michelangelo out of the packaging with his pork rinds over here. And, of course, this is awesome. I mean, NECA has been consistent with these turtles, so I'm not surprised at all that I love this Michelangelo figure. I think it's very well detailed, as the rest of them were, and we get some awesome accessories with this guy as well. He comes with 8 interchangeable hands. We get the slice of pizza and a pair of nunchucks, and taking a closer look at the pork rinds. Tasty, but never wasty treat. Very cool. And then it says pork, fried pork rinds right over there. Very interesting looking bag, very realistic. I mean, I like it a lot. And it has this nice foam inside right over here to give it that nice puffy, fluffy, natural look. So I think that they even have the nutritional facts right there on the very back. I think that is awesome. I'm tempted to open it, but yeah, don't open it. And we get the slice of pizza. We've seen this before with the other figures. Nothing really new over here, but it looks pretty good. We got the olives and the sausage and the bell pepper and the tomato sauce and the crust, and even the bottom of it looks very good. And then he has his nunchucks, which I love. These are awesome. Now, I don't know if in the movie it actually has, or each nunchuck has, you know, 2 pieces of string going between them. It looked like one in the movie, but if it's going to keep these holding together, because you can actually swing them around. Yeah, so I think that's pretty awesome. So the fact that you could play with it, it makes it a-okay for me if it has 2 strings like that. I like that. I'll get into the nunchuck storage a little bit later on, though. That part's a little bit frustrating. Then as far as the hands go, we get one right hand for holding the pork rinds. So you'll hold them very nicely like so. And then he has another right hand, you know, wide open hand, like yaw. And then he has a pair of nunchucking hands with a hinge that moves up and down. Another pair of nunchucking hands that has the side to side roll of the dice motion. And then we have 2 thumbs up hands. And yeah, you know, putting these on and off is still, it takes a little bit of might, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So comparing this head sculpt to some images that I found online of the 1990 movie Michelangelo, I gotta say, I think NECA Toys nailed it. Yeah, once again. I mean, they only have one head sculpt for each of these, so they have to pick an expression that's gonna encapsulate the character's overall attitude, and I think they nailed it with this choice right here. We have these very wide open eyes. He's got that big grin right there. I love how the details came out for his teeth and the inside of his mouth, and the scales and the paint apps just look fantastic. I think the eyes are centered just right. The mask looks really good. The head looks great and everything. You can see some nice paint detail in here. Of course, we have the soft goods right here on the very back. They even added some some really nice detailed paint right here. It's very tricky to see that. Let's see if I darken. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the black paint over this this elastic material. And you could rotate this around right over here too if you'd like. So they have that little rubber piece on the inside of it right there. And then there's looking at the top of the dome. So not looking too shabby. As far as the rest of the body goes, it still looks great. I mean, all of it is just fantastic. So I had made a mistake in my Leonardo review that the arms were from the previous figures, but it really does look like these arms are from the Leonardo figure. So this is a newer set of arms right over here. And one thing I noticed throughout on this figure is that the elbow pads and the knee pads all have a little bit more of orange paint on them, or brown. I think it's more of this light brownish orangish paint right over here that's been added a little bit more on the Mikey figure compared to the rest of the turtles. But looking at the rest of the arm over here, it looks really good. And of course we get that softer material right here from the front part of the shell. Then there's his belt, and then on this side you can see there's a little bit more of an orangish color. And here's looking at the back of the shell, looking awesome. I really dig it. One thing that they've managed to do here is make Mikey look a little bit smaller than the other turtles. I mean, his height, his stature overall is just a bit shorter, but we have these reused parts with the legs and the arms. Now, a gripe of mine with this piece is that I have a hard time storing his nunchucks. I thought his nunchucks were supposed to be stored right over here. Again, the paint apps look fantastic. The legs look great. We've seen these legs before. They look awesome. Again, the knee pads have a little bit more orange on them than the others, and then we get those beautiful turtle doos. They all have the peg holes at the bottom of their feet as well. Now, there aren't any real surprises with the articulation of this guy. You could rotate the head side to side. I already mentioned the bandana can rotate back here. You do get a good amount of head pivot, which is great for expressions. You can get him looking up that much, which isn't that much at all, but you can get him looking downward a lot more so. Shoulders move outward, and man, there's paint chipping. I wish the shoulders could move up a little bit more than that. Even on this side right over here, it kind of seems to move up a little bit more so. Yeah, and you can move them all the way down, and you get full 360 rotation. And then putting this arm back out, you can see he rotates at the elbow. And then he does have two joints at the elbow, but it doesn't bend in more than 90 degrees. And then we already talked about the wrist articulation on these. And then he does have the diaphragm joint where it's like the upper section right here seems to shift around. It's kind of tricky to see, but it's shifting around right over there. So you get some pivoting right there. And it kind of hunches forward a little bit and moves back just a little bit. Hip joints are very flexible. You can move them all the way out, even more like that. And then you can get them kicking forward that much and not back much. He has an upper thigh cut. He does have that single jointed knee, even though it looks like it has two joints in here, but it's really just bending that much, and you can rotate at the knee. And the ankle is on a ball joint. It'll move down a little bit, move up more so. You can rotate side to side, and he does have ankle pivot. Now, to measure out this quarter scale Michelangelo figure, you could see that he's standing at around 17 inches tall. And here's Mikey next to the rest of the turtles, and you can see they all have proper weapon storage. And after looking up some promo images from NECA Toys online, I did actually see that they were able to store the nunchucks on the back of the belt. And to demonstrate how I did that, what I did was I'd taken this right here on the side and then just weaved it on through over. Come on, weave on through. It's a little tricky to do, and then that'll give you enough space where you can just take the other nunchuck and just put it right in there. So yeah, that's not too shabby at all. I like how that looks. That makes me happy. But going back to seeing these four side by side like this, I don't know why, but in my mind I really thought Mikey was a lot shorter than the other turtles over here, but it looks like he's about the same height as all of them. I guess Raph looks the tallest. I guess his legs are just a little bit closer together, but hey, they're all about the same size. I don't have a problem with that at all. Then here's Mikey compared to my only other 1990 movie Michelangelo figure. We have the Playmates Toys 1/12 scale Mikey, and yeah, I think I actually even swapped the face on this guy, and he has metal nunchucks. In the movie he clearly does not have metal nunchucks, but yeah, I mean, there's no comparison. This thing is phenomenal. Then comparing this quarter scale figure next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. Yeah, so I love this figure. I mean, I really love what NECA's done with this set. Leonardo is still my favorite turtle out of the bunch, so that's my favorite figure out of the four of them. Then I gotta say, after that, Raphael, and then it's a tie between Donatello and Mikey. I mean, NECA Toys has just really nailed it with this whole set of TMNT figures. If I were to give some complaints, I wish we got a little bit more leg articulation over anything else, some more torso articulation, just a little bit more articulation overall in general would be nice, but I'm still able to get these figures into fairly dynamic poses, so I'm not that bummed out. And plus, they're such big, hefty figures, I'm not going to want to get them in the craziest poses ever anyway. And you're going to see some more poses at the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the review, let me know what you think of the figure. If you want to see more ShartimusPrime videos coming your way, hit that subscribe button, and if you've already subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell to ensure that my videos are showing up in your feed, because YouTube gets kind of weird sometimes. I gotta give a big thanks to all these people over here for supporting this YouTube channel. If you're in the position to contribute to this online tip jar, please go ahead and do so. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, it should be up over at toynewseye.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to all the things in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Shot
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.